All right, with that out of the way, with that side whatever out of the way, let's move on to the God Cap system. Now this is it's interesting. This is the I guess third. I don't want to say generation because I feel like generation is, you have beat 'em on or super beat 'em on, then battle beat 'em on, then you have crash beat 'em on, then you have crossfire, and then you have Bottleman. So I don't know. This is the third wave, third series, third line, I guess, of um, Bottleman, third iteration. The cores are different. The cores are different. Uh, that's how you know it's a new thing. You go from prototype to DX to now G system, God Cap system. I'm not really sure. This is them, and they're pretty wild. I'll be honest. Um, Something that makes these guys unique, of course, aside from looking, I guess a little bit different. Do they look that different? I don't know. Is that at least? Well, actually, let me take a look at this guy real quick before I say anything. Okay, yeah. Um, Now the main difference with these guys is their cores. I'll probably be only showing you one of their cores because they all have the same gimmick. But two of these guys are pretty unique compared to the third one, and I'm talking about specifically these two. This is Sprightening G, I believe, and I forget what this guy's name is. And then this is Samet's G. Uh, and so Samet's G is like the is not weird, but he's the different one out of these two. There's a couple different G God Cap system Bottlemen, and these two uh, are probably the best Bottlemen to get, but also like not at the same time. I know it's like a weird thing to say. I say they're the best to get because, as you can see, they have both barrel attachments as well as magazine attachments, and then um, also power hold part protrusions. So you can attach every single part of a Bottleman to make the ultimate Bottleman and the most powerful Bottleman. Um, and I'm kind of upset that like this this iteration, this generation, this upgrade to Bottleman never got like an anime or a show or anything because I would have liked to see where these guys would have came in and how they would have been used, how they would have been utilized because I mean, why wouldn't you just always have certain arms and a barrel and a magazine always attached? So yeah. Anyway, let's take a look at the cores. We'll only be looking at one of them because the arms are extremely difficult to take off, like I said. So without further ado, let's take a look at that. Okay. Oh no, I'm so scared. Do I make you cringe? Do I make you cringe? Oh, fuck, there goes that. Okay, sorry, real quick. So I wanted to mention this because I was taking apart this guy and I wanted to mention something. There are holes on the bottom of this guy's feet. It's not unique to him. Um, Pretty much every Bottleman that isn't a prototype system Bottleman, so DX and G system, um, have these holes at the bottom. Um, Beat 'em on Crossfire, from what I know. Um, there could be other generations of Beatamon that have something on the bottom, but I'm mentioning Beatamon Crossfire specifically because it's shown in the anime that there is a attachment that you can get for your Beatamon, which are like rubber stoppers, which help with grip and stop them from like sliding around as much. Um, Someone attaches, or I guess a bunch of characters attach them to the bottom of their Beatamon whenever they're doing certain challenges, and these Bottlemen, or I guess just Bottlemen, have these same holes, which I'm assuming is what that was for. But to my knowledge, they never released anything like that. They never released any parts you could attach to the bottom of Bottlemen, which makes me think that they wanted to do more with these toys, but they just never did, which I think is kind of unfortunate. I think it would have been really cool. Um, Although it's not like a big, it's not a big thing. It's not like many people probably would have bought the rubber stopper attachments, but it would have been cool to see because uh, Beat 'em on Crossfire just had, I think, a lot going for it. Um, and to see that kind of carry over to this and then nothing done with it, I think is unfortunate. Especially since it feels like the end of Bottleman, specifically Bottleman G, just kind of ended so abruptly. Um, and I think it's kind of unfortunate. I think it could have had um, potential. So I just wanted to mention that because I was taking this guy apart and I saw those and I was like, oh, let me mention that real quick. So anyway, let's get to the core. Okay, so finally here we have the. Let's do that again. Okay, so finally here we have the, or I guess a G system Godcap system core. I guess before we really go into this, I do want to mention something really quick. Um, I do want to show off Samus G real quick. Um, Not only does he not have a hole or a tab for a barrel attachment, so not all G system Bottlemen can just attach anything they want, he also doesn't have protrusions on his hold parts, but his hold parts have rollers. Um, this guy's core doesn't, and neither does Spritening G. So I thought I'd mention that really quick. Um, so yeah. So aside from that, what makes the G system core unique? Well, honestly, it's something that I'm not a big fan of. And again, I'm not trying to get too into review territory, but I guess since I'm going over, you know, um, the main things, the bases um, about Bottleman and each generation, I might as well mention this. Uh, I don't like the change they made and the, I guess, upgrade um, to the cores that they made with the God Cap system. The gimmick with these cores is that they're supposed to be more customizable, and the way they did that is they made the cores able to split apart, which I'll show you now. You slide, I guess, the front half down or the back half up, and then pull them apart. Hold on, sorry. I'm gonna do this off camera because I really want to make sure that I don't break this and have to buy a third guy for a review. Okay, here they are. It's not broken, I swear. It's always so scary doing something like that. Um, so this is the main gimmick with the God Cap system Bottleman, is that the cores could split in half, and I feel like whenever they introduced Spritening G and this guy, you know what, give me 1 second. I actually want to grab his box so I can look at his name real quick. Sorry about that. I just decided to look at the Bottleman product list on the wiki instead. His name is, or its name is Kokuryuo G. Um, I really don't want to say that. It sounds like it's a mouthful, kind of a tongue twister for me. I'm not gonna lie. So I'm just gonna keep referring to him as this guy, this Bottleman. I apologize to any other hardcore Bottleman fans out there, because but it's a mouthful, kind of. Anyway, so this guy's this guy's core splits into, I forget what I was saying honestly, um, but I guess I'll restart. This guy's core splits into. Um, it adds a lot to customization, or at least it would if they didn't release this guy, or at least if they didn't make his core the way they did, because it kind of just defeats the whole purpose of this gimmick. Because the trigger is fine. There's no need to really, grab any other trigger, and you can't take the trigger off once you attach this piece on. Um, and also just the God cap system Bottlemen are really annoying to build. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Um, so yeah. Um, what else can I mention? Oh yeah, so the whole reason I feel like this these cores exist is because it's what it's making up for the lack of what DX did, in my opinion, or didn't do, which was allow you to use every attachment on one Bottleman core. You couldn't do that. Everything it was restricted to, or magazines were restricted to speed cores. Power hold parts were really only useful on, or you kind of had to use power hold part. You kind of had to use uh, certain arms on certain cores to get the best function of your power hold parts, and only control cores could use barrels. So this was their answer to fix that, and they sacrificed the ability to change the trigger, which, because they released this guy and made his trigger the way they did, it just defeats the purpose of the entire God Cap system, in my opinion, because this trigger is fine. It's a fine trigger. I don't need anything. Um, I really don't need anything else. The trigger is fine. It's got a nice wide surface for your thumb. It's short enough. Um, yeah, and it doesn't need any fixing. It's not broke. It didn't need to be fixed. And if anything, they kind of broke it more, because um, I'm not upset that the trigger doesn't detach. I'm more upset that it goes away from the bottle look that the other cores had, and the ability to take off the trigger and replace it with just the cap and have this cool looking bottle thing, as like a standalone item. So yeah, because if you when you attach these, you can't take off the trigger and keep that bottle motif, and I think that's very unfortunate. And like I said, or like I've been saying, it was the moment they decided to make this core and Sprite G's core, um, this whole gimmick just flew out the window, because why would you need to, or why would you even want to um, change your back half or front half of your core whenever you can already attach every piece you would want and could need uh, to this core. So that's my biggest criticism about it, uh, and just wanted to talk about that. But really, aside from that, I don't like that you can't really just keep the bottle motif. It's vaguely there, but again, not having the actual like cap be able to go anywhere, kind of disappointing. I really like that about DX, and then also the pieces. Like I had showed you with Kolomaru, how they all attach and then make that constellation, or whatever it is that it makes. um, that makes up their deity or their mythological creature. Um, they also went away from that. You can't do that. The pieces don't attach whenever you take them off. Also, they are really hard to take off. I forget if I said that already, but they are very hard to take off because they decided to make these bumps where the arms attach um, protrude even more, and also at the bottom they had a harsh edge to them. So this core I actually had to file down. I don't know if you can see um, the damage right there on that white line. Let me see if I can really get this thing to focus. Yeah, see right. Hold on, give me a minute. Right there, that lighter line is from a metal file I had to use to grind down the bump where the arm attaches because it was so hard to take off, and I think that was really a really bad decision on their part. It could be a manufacturing error. I don't know. It could have been. I don't think it's just my copy. I watched a review someone made of this guy. Sorry, I'm gonna fix my camera because it is. There we go. I did watch a review on someone talking about this guy, and he had the exact same problem in that video, and in that video, the Bottleman broke right here, which is where mine also broke as well. The previous copy that I had of this guy. Um, so yeah, uh, so that's why I think that it's a really good core because it can attach everything. It's also bad because it's just not. I had to file this down. I had to do that, and then also takes away from some other aspects that I really liked about this thing. Um, so yeah, overall, the God Cap system I don't think is that great, and I'm not really interested in getting a ton more of them. I don't have every Bottleman. I wish I did, honestly, but there are only a couple other ones that I really care to get, and I don't think the G system Bottlemen are in that select list of ones I'm going to be continuing to track down. Um, so yeah, that's that. All right, guys. So one last thing before I let you guys go is you'll notice. Uh, all right, guys. One last thing I wanted to mention. I know I've been doing all sorts of, hey guys. Oh, by the way, but this is the last one. I promise. Um, so here I have three pretty unique Bottlemen. Um, these Bottlemen are uh, these Bottlemen have what are called vertical cores, vertical spin cores, um, and I plan on showing these off. In a later video on their own video. Not only because this one is already so long, but because um, they're truly unique, but also I haven't opened these guys up. That's why they're not, actually out of the box. But here we have Wonder Grape, Raid Brave, Wonder Grape on the left, Raid Brave, um, or Raid Brave DX in the middle, and I want to say it's Kavita G, Decavita. Hold on, let me take a look at this real quick. And you know what? I'm not honest. I'm honestly not sure what the guy's name is on the right. I'll be completely honest. I know, I'm awful. Um, but these guys have vertical cores, and they're pretty unique. And I just wanted to mention these as well. And something interesting about these guys is that they're actually like the only ones in each system to have vertical cores. For some reason, vertical cores just aren't as popular, or they decided to not make vertical cores very popular because only it seems like from at least what I can remember, only one Bottleman from each series has a vertical core, so it's quite odd. Um, but I wanted to I guess show this to you guys real quick because um, they're pretty unique. It's a different way to play a little bit. Um, but these guys will be getting their own video, and I will not only be doing a review on these guys, but I'll probably do like a three-in-one video. I'm thinking where I show these guys off. But I'm also going to do um, in that same video a build. I'll be opening them up so you guys can see, what do you get whenever you open up a Bottleman, as well as, because these guys are so unique, how their cores are built. I really want to also document that as well. So I just wanted to mention that, hey, this is a thing, and it's pretty interesting. Um, so keep an eye out for that. All right, and with that last surprise out of the way, congratulations, you finally made it to the end of the video. I'm so sorry that it went on so long. Um, I might end up making this a video split into a couple parts. I don't think I will, to be honest. I'm sorry, but hey, if you enjoy long form content and aren't a victim of short form brain rot, then you're welcome for the long video. I hope you had a good time, putting this on the background and watching your phone or something. I don't know, typing up your essay, uh, whatever you do. But thank you guys so much for watching, and thank you for listening to me and letting me show you, what makes Bottlemen unique, and really going over, intricate details, or what I view as intricate details, and Bottlemen anatomy. Um, I can't thank you enough for coming back and hanging out. Uh, I had a blast making this video, and I can't wait to show you guys some more stuff about Bottlemen. I promise I will be showing more of these guys in action and actually using these guys more, rather than just having them sit still and standing on my desk. So hopefully I'll see you guys in those videos whenever they arrive. And again, if this isn't your thing, no problem. I just really want to introduce this to people, show it to people, so whenever something like this, the next thing like this comes along, um, hopefully I can persuade you into to helping this community grow and help me find more people to play with, because I love these guys. Um, so thank you, programs, so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you. End of line.